Hello, Amy Schumacher here from LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style. I have a Facebook group, LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style. Come find me. So today I wanted to talk about one of my all-time favorite LuLaRoe items, the Nicole dress. I love this dress. I know everybody loves the Carly. It is the most comfortable dress you'll ever put on. And the Amelia is gorgeous, easy to dress up, and it has pockets. But there's something magical about the Nicole. I'm just saying. It's the first LuLaRoe dress that I personally fell madly in love with. So I want to talk about that today. Let's look at this. Some of you know me. For those of you who don't, I am 5'11". I'm a size 22 to 26, depending upon what brand, what style. So I am a lovely, luscious, full-figured, curvy, plus-sized lady. Ding. And so I want other women who are curvy like me to know that they can rock this fitted, gorgeous dress. I love it. Makes me feel flirty and fabulous. And it's incredibly flattering. So I wore a solid color today just to show the basics. But my friend over here is wearing a print, and there are all sorts of things in between. I've got color block Nicoles, we've got solids, we've got, everything in between. But let's talk about how can we make Nicole work for you, all right? There are 4 keys to making Nicole rock for you. Number 1, sizing, making sure you're buying the right size. Number 2, the fabric and the stretch of the fabric. So when you're shopping, you want to find your approximate size, but you also want to pay attention to some other factors that may cause that particular dress to need to be sized up or sized down. Then number 3, how to actually get it on your body and position it correctly. And number 4, my personal favorite, accessorizing. Ta-da! Those are the 4 steps. So let's take those one by one, all right? First of all, sizing. LuLaRoe provides us with an awesome size chart. So this is your base to start and figure out where you should be shopping. But keep in mind, like for example, if you take 10 women who all fit into an average size 18, you can line them up, and those 10 women are all gonna look completely different. You may have somebody who's more petite and really curvy. You might have somebody who's tall and more narrow, and you can have everything in between. So these sizes are based upon averages, and most of us women, we are extraordinary, and we don't fit into one teeny tiny little mold. So use this as a starting point for deciding your sizing, and then go from there. So for example, let's just go through this really fast. For the Nicole, it's extra, extra small. They recommend size 0, 0 to 0. Extra small, 2 to 4. Small, 6 to 8. Medium, 10 to 12, large, 14 to 16, extra large, 18 to 20, 2X, 22 to 24, and 3X, 24 to 26. So that's your base starting point. However, look at your particular body and see, where do you fit? What is extraordinary about you? So for me, again, I am tall, I'm 5'11", so my height is one factor. I have very broad shoulders and pretty good sized arms. I mean, these are like 17-inch guns. And then I am on the busty side, and I've got a long torso as well. And I got a good sized, rear. So those are all factors I have to think about when I am determining my size with LuLaRoe. When it comes to Nicole, the key features that would really determine how this Nicole will fit you, you're gonna look at your shoulders and your arms, your bust, and your waist. Those are the 3 main points. So, Nicole's, as you can see, I've got really long arms, you guys, but they still hit just above the elbow. So I want to make sure that I have something that's comfortable on my arm. This particular Nicole that I'm wearing has a nice amount of stretch, but it's not overly stretchy. So it does snuggle my bicep quite a bit, okay? So if you are somebody who does not like anything tight on your arms, you're automatically gonna wanna size up. I'm also very bust-delicious. So that also, as you guys can see, this is a bust emphasizing dress. I like it. I feel really feminine and flirty. But if you are not comfortable with anything tight on your chest, you're gonna wanna size up. And your waist, yeah, it has a seam right at the waist. You guys can kind of see that. On me, it hits a little high. We'll talk about that in a second. But this, if you are very apple-shaped, Nicole's can still rock on you if you are apple-shaped. But you also want to think about, this is the least stretchy part of the entire garment. So you might need to size up if you are apple-shaped. Okay? So that's gonna be what you look for. If you are extraordinary in arms, bust, and or waist, size up. If you have questions about what your particular size should be, feel free to send me a message. Again, LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style. Message me. I'm here to help. Now we're going to talk about the individual garments and the fabric and the stretch. So once you have your base size, so this is where you should be fitting into. Next, when you're going through somebody's photo albums or you're watching a live sale, you want to pay attention to the stretch and the fabric. Nicole's come in a wide variety of fabrics, and some of them are crazy stretchy, and some of them have very little stretch. Don't hesitate to ask someone, is it stretchy? I can't speak for every single retailer, but when it comes to me, during a live sale, I always talk about the stretch. And during an album sale, if you ask me if something's stretchy, I got your back and I will tell you. All right. So don't hesitate to say, sold pending question, or private message me. I love this, Nicole. Is it stretchy? Is it not stretchy? Do you think I should size up? Do I think I should go true to size? Just message me. I got your back. So, what things to look for if it is not stretchy? Like I have right now in my inventory, this gorgeous Nicole. It's a 2X, but if you look at this, I'm tugging pretty hard and there's not a whole lot of stretch. So even though it says it's a 2X, there's just not a lot of give to that. But then I also have in my inventory, I have a gorgeous 3X. Look at this color. And look at that stretch. You guys see the difference? Totally different stretches. And I'm applying the same amount of pressure to both of those fabrics. And then there's kind of everything in between. So depending upon your personal comfort level, the different fabric and the different stretch makes a difference. So you can always try different fabrics, try different stretches, find what you love the best, and write down what that label says. Write down the fabric blend and find what you love. And then you can message me and say, hey, I'm looking for another Nicole in this size that's this fabric. Can you hook me up? And I'll say, I will see what I've got, and if I don't have it now, I'll see if I can find it. All right? So those are step 1 and step 2. If you have questions about either of those, message me. Step 3 to finding the perfect fit for Nicole is going to be how you actually put it on your body. So let's talk about the Nicole. I know my model here, it's a print, so it's a little harder to see. But again, this seam right here, this seam just by nature is the, have a little clip in the back, you guys, just so it emphasizes her figure. But here, we'll take the clip off so then you can see how it naturally flows. This is a size large on a very, very small model. I'm wearing a 3X, by the way. But with this, that waist, some of them have stretch, but it also has limits because it is thread and it is a seam. So that is going to help define where this dress fits on your body. When you are putting it on, always put it on over your head. Now, for those of you who are bustalicious like myself, some of these fabrics just slide right on. Some of them, this is where we're going to get a little personal, my friends. Some of them, you have to give one girl a lift, and then you got to help the other one over the wall as well. Okay? You know what I mean? Those of you who know, you know. So sometimes you gotta help one, then the other. And then what happens is after you get that, then this waist here kind of pops into place. So this is the narrowest spot of my body, and that waistband hits right there. So it is higher than my actual waist. Like my belly button is right here. This is hitting much higher on there. But that is the narrowest spot, and that's what gives me that awesome hourglass look. See? Ta-da! So, getting into it, sometimes it may feel like, oh, this doesn't have enough stretch. I'm not going to get there. Keep going. Get the girls in. Let it nestle into that smallest spot, okay? So that's one key thing. Now with the arms, you know, this one is a firm stretch. Firm, so you can see there's not a whole lot of stretch there. So I kind of get it to that nice spot on my arms where I don't have like the sausage casing popping off, right? So if I try to pull it up a little bit, you guys can see when I try to pull it up, there's like a little bit hanging out. But when I pull it down, I get it into that snuggle spot, we're good. And some of the stretchier Nicoles, they don't have that problem at all. So if you absolutely hate things tight on your arms, just make sure you get a super stretchy Nicole, okay? So once you have it on, again, now here's the trick. I'm gonna move my lovely model out of the way for a second. So here's, guys, I'm gonna give you the 365 of my curvaceous figure. So I've got chest. So you can see, I do have mild shaper, just a little bit of like a high-waisted underwear on today, you guys. So this is pretty much my natural shape. But you see I've got tummy. It's a little bit smooth because of that shapewear. But you can see that it actually, you know, sticks out a little bit past the chest. And I've got my back here. I have a bra on that kind of minimizes and smooths the back out a little bit. So this is where my shaper is. That's what that little wrinkle is right there. That's where my shaper ends. But that's my 365 or 360, 365 days in a year, 360 degrees in a circle. Ta-da, 360. We got this. Okay, so with this, the number one mistake that people do is they put it on and they pull this down because they expect that waistband to hit at their natural waist. Do you see how instantly this makes me look bigger? This is not flattering. This waistband is now hitting across a very wide spot on my body, and it's just not flattering. It's just not. But look, I stretch and it settles into place. See, now that line, get it even, that line is right in that narrow spot, and then pa-pow. So this, no. That. Even, you guys, seriously, pull it on and then lift your shoulders and release. And boom. Your body knows where it's at. It knows where that dress wants to sit. It's naturally doing it for you. Okay? So, that is tip number one for getting into Nicole. So if you have questions with actually getting it on, like, message me, LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style. I'm here to help. I am absolutely here to help. So there's that. Step 4, accessorizing. So even though this is really cute like this, a cute little red dress, that's not how I wear it out. I have become the queen of the belts with LuLaRoe. It is all about the belts. And you know what my favorite kind of belts are? Stretchy belts. If you guys want to know where to get some awesome stretchy belts, guess what? You can message me. I happen to have a nice stash of stretchy belts, and if they all sell out, I can tell you where I get them. Okay? So look at that. Boom. Adding an elastic stretchy belt to a Nicole gives you a finished look. It helps emphasize your waist. It actually elongates the waist. Because here, let's go back to talk about this. Remember, because I'm busty and tall, the waist of this garment sits high. Like it's an empire waist. Like it's right up there underneath the chest. By adding this belt, let me get it right. By adding the belt, it then pushes my waistline. It gives me extra length in that torso. So it totally corrects that, you know, oh, the waist is really high up here. Boom. Now it gives me that perfect hourglass. Woohoo. Right? Right? Fabulous. So that is really, that's the main tips and tricks about a Nicole. You guys, it works on all sorts of different body shapes and types. I put those together into one word. Silly Amy. Anyway, there are all sorts of fun things you can do with this. There's actually a cool trick. I'll do another video of how to make the Nicole dress into a really cute top. I don't have the proper underneath things to do that right now, but there's actually a really cool trick. If you want to know it, let me know. I'll be happy to show some pictures, or maybe do another video where I show how to turn the Nicole dress into a really cute, super flattering top that will work on just about anybody. Again, if you want to shop with me, if you have more questions, come find me at LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style. You can see my trusty buddy here, and we'll be happy to help you find the LuLaRoe that makes your heart sing. So thanks for watching. Tune in again. I will do some more styling videos. If you have anything in particular that you want to see, let me know. I'm happy to help. Amy Schumacher, LuLaRoe Amy Foxy Style.